Lead council, come.
Welcome back, Mr. Witness. Please sit down.
Thank you.
Just want to remind you that you are still on the oath. Thank you. Madam Chair, over to you.
Welcome back, Mr. Tamura.
Thank you.
Council, can we proceed?
Thank you very much, Madam Chairperson. Thank you very much, the Honorable Commissioners. It is good to have you again, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, so we have some files here from Basse Area Council that you forwarded.
Sorry, if we have the KMC, can we do it systematic, yes? Or if the Basse is sorted out?
Yes, the Basse one is already sorted out. So we want the Honorable Minister to just sort out the ones for KMC,
okay,
whilst we admit the ones for Basse.
Basse, okay, all right, thank you.
Can you please visit those files which are from Basse Area Council, and you help us identify them accordingly?
Okay, Council. We have Basse Area Council 120.
120.
Yes.
Yes. The second file?
We have Basse Area Council 121.
121.
Yes.
Please proceed.
We have Basse Area Council 122.
122. Yes, proceed.
We have Basse Area Council 222.
222.
We have Basse Area Council 322.
322.
Yes. We also have another Basse Area Council 422.
Is that the last one?
No, one more.
422.
Yes.
Proceed, please.
And the last one, Basse Area Council 522.
522. So the ones you have identified are Basse Area Council 120,
Yes.
Basse Area Council 121,
Yes.
Basse Area Council 122,
Yes.
123, 222, is that correct?
Yes. 222.
322,
Yes.
422,
Yes.
and 522,
That's correct.
all from Basse Area Council.
Yes.
So there should be 8 files in number.
It's 7.
Yes, 7 files in number.
Yes.
Madam Chairperson,
Can you please repeat so that
yes,
I
Basse
can get
Area
it?
Council, the first file is 120,
Yes.
Yes.
the second file is 121,
Yes. Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
The third file is 122.
Yes.
The fourth file is 222.
Yes.
The fifth file is 322.
Yes.
The sixth, 422.
Yes.
And the fifth, the seventh, 522.
That's right.
Does the Commission have these records?
Yes, yes.
We apply to tender these identified files by the witness in evidence as an exhibit, and we equally apply that they be admitted in a bundle.
The Gambia Public Procurement Authority files for Basse Area Council are hereby admitted in the bundle and marked as LGC/GPPA/BSAC/120, 121, 122, 222, 322, 422 and 522 respectively.
As the Commission places. Now, can we move to the files that you have submitted to the Commission emanated from KMC, Canada Municipal Council?
Yes. First, we have 118.
First, you have
18.
118.
1 of 18.
1 of 18. That is KMC 118.
Yes. Then we have KMC 218.
218.
Yes. Then KMC 318.
318.
KMC 418.
418.
KMC 518.
518.
KMC 618.
618.
KMC 718.
718.
KMC 818.
818.
KMC 918.
918.
Those were for 2018.
Very well.
Yeah. So for 2019, we have KMC 119.
119.
KMC 219.
219.
Yes. Then KMC 319.
319.
Then KMC 419.
419.
Then KMC 519.
519.
Then KMC 619.
619.
Then KMC 719.
719.
Then KMC 819.
819.
Then KMC 919.
919.
Then KMC 1019.
1019.
Okay. So those were for 2019.
So you have 10 files in the year 2019 from KMC. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Do we have any other?
Yes, we have KMC 120.
You
in
have
bracket.
what?
KMC 1 of 20.
1 of 20.
Yes, in bracket 1.
Yes.
That's 1 of 20. KMC. That's
1?
yes, in bracket 1.
Yes. The first file is KMC 120 in bracket 1.
Yes.
The second file?
KMC 120 in bracket 2.
120 in bracket 2.
Then KMC 220.
220.
Yes. Then KMC 520.
520.
Okay. Okay. I don't know, something is missing.
Is that all?
Yes, for 20,
From 2018 to 2020.
20 years, Council.
Very well. So you have 9 files in the year 2018 from KMC. Can you please confirm that?
9 files. Yes, sir.
And you have 10 in the year 2019 from KMC. Can you confirm?
Yes, sir.
And you have 4 in the year 2020. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
Honorable Chairperson.
Okay, there is one for 2021.
Yes.
Yes. This KMC 1 2020. KMC
One?
21.
121.
Yes, sir.
That is the 5th file in the year. No, that is the first file for the year 2021.
21, yes, sir. There are other files for 2022 also.
Yes, so, but there's only 1 file for 2021.
21, yes.
Honorable Chairperson, we applied to tender files from the year 2018 to the year 2021 as identified by the witness. For the year 2018, there are 9 files. The first is marked KMC 118. The second is KMC 218. The third is KMC 318. The fourth is 418. The fifth is 518. The sixth 618. The seventh 718. The eighth 818. The ninth 918. For the year 2019, there are 10 files as identified by the witness. The first is KMC 119. The second is 219. The third 319. The fourth 419. The fifth 519. The sixth 619. The seventh 719. The eighth 819. The ninth 919. And the 10th 1019. For the year 2020, 4 files have been identified by the witness. The first is KMC 120 in bracket 1. The second, 120 in bracket 2. The third, 220. And the fourth, 320. And for the year 2021, there's only one.
Sorry. The fourth, is it 320 or 520?
Can you please confirm?
520.
520.
Yes. We still have files for 2022 also.
So for the year
520?
The fourth one for the year 2020 is 520.
20, yeah.
Yes, I'm saying we have extra files for the year 2022.
2022. Okay, let's have that.
Now for the year 2020, can you please call or the number of the files again?
For the year 2020,
Yes,
we have 120
in bracket 1.
in bracket 1.
Yes,
We also have 120 in bracket 2.
yes.
We have 220, and the last one is 520.
520. Yes. Does the commissioners have this?
Yes.
Order?
And he said 2022.
21.
Yes, we are done with, yes, 2021.
1. So 2021 is only one file.
Only one file.
That is KMC 121
Yes. I also have files for the year 2022.
for the year 2022.
Yes.
How many files do you have for the year 2022? Are they separate in a separate box or in the same box?
How's that? According to him, all the KMC files are in one box.
Can the register advise us whether they are all in the same box? Because we're going to tender them.
There's a box here.
Yes. In a bundle. Honorable Chairperson, we will apply to tender the 2 sets of files, the first being KMC, the files from KMC in the year 2018 and files from KMC in the year 2019 in evidence as an exhibit, and we urge this Honorable Commission to mark them and admit them in a bundle.
The Gambia Public Procurement Authority files for KMC for 2018 and 2019 are hereby admitted in a bundle and marked as follows. LGC/GPPA/KMC/2018/2019, 1 of 18, 2 of 18, 3 of 18, 4 of 18, 5 of 18, 6 of 18, 7 of 18, 8 of 18, and 9 of 18 respectively. And also 1 of 19, 2 of 19, 3 of 19, 4 of 19, 5 of 19, 6 of 19, 7 of 19, 8 of 19, 9 of 19, and 10 of 19 respectively.
As the Commission pleases. Now, can you proceed from the year 2022, because you've already given us the list for 2020 and 2021, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We have KMC 122, 1 of 2022.
1 of
That's KMC 122.
22. Yes.
We have KMC 222.
222.
Yes.
Please proceed.
We have KMC 422.
422. Please proceed.
We have KMC 522.
522. Please proceed.
We have KMC 622.
622. Yes.
We have KMC 722.
722.
We have KMC 822.
822.
We have KMC 922.
922.
We have KMC 1022.
1022.
We have KMC 1122.
1122.
We have KMC 1222.
1222.
Then KMC 1322.
1322.
Then KMC 1422.
1422.
We have KMC 1522.
1522.
That's the end for 2022.
So, just to confirm, from 122 to 222, but there is no 322.
Yes.
So, in essence, you have 14 files for in the year 2022.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Do you have? Is that all?
Yes, we have files for 2023 also.
Yes. Please run us through the files for 2023.
We have KMC 123. That's one of.
One of 23.
Yes.
Yes.
We have KMC 223.
223.
Yes. We have KMC 323 in bracket 1.
323 in bracket 1.
Yes.
Yes.
We have KMC 322.
323
Sorry. In bracket 2.
in bracket 2.
No, this is 23. Sorry, hold on, Council. It's different years. This is 23. Okay. This 322. So let me check this for you. 3, yes. 3, because there's 1. Maybe there's 1. Yes. Okay, for 2023,
Yes.
I said KMC 123, 223,
Yes.
and 323.
In bracket 1.
Yes, in bracket 1.
Yes.
That's for the year 2023.
So you don't have 323 in bracket 2?
Yes, what we have here, as per the labelings, I think it was under it was underneath, but what we have here is 322 in bracket 2.
322
In bracket 2. That's what we have here.
in the year 22.
Yes. 322 in bracket 2. So it means it should be under the year 2022.
Yes, because then that is why I asked, because we skipped from 222, we went straight to 422. So it should be in between. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think it was underneath. So
Yes, but that's all right. Just to have it, to tie it up.
Yes, we have 3 KMC 322 in bracket 2.
Yes. Does Madam Chair understand?
In brackets,
2.
2.
Yes.
So it means there is 1.
It means that
It means there should be 1.
It means the two.
Kindly check when you go back if it is not in the files here at your office.
Okay.
May I assist the Commission? Can we see the file for 222 to see whether there is any bracket in 22?
Yes, 322.
Yes.
2022. That's 322.
It's 222. I'm a bracket. The one you have just called out is 322?
Yes, it's 322 2.
Yes.
2.
In brackets.
KMC 322 2.
So can you confirm whether there is a file for 322.1? If it is not here in the box, you can always confirm that afterwards.
From the records here, I have not seen anything like that. But however, may I also refer the Commission to our submission list. When we submitted these files originally, there was a list, a checklist sort of,
Yes.
as regards the file we submitted. So maybe that can also help to some extent, just to confirm.
Okay, the secretary will communicate to you. When we rise, he will check whether we have the second file for 2022. If not, you can help us,
Check, okay.
yes, at your office.
Okay, Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So now for the year 2023, how many files do you have? KMC 123? Is that correct?
Yes.
KMC 223?
Yes.
323. Do you have any file for KMC 323?
Yes, 323 in bracket 1.
1.
Yes.
And is that the last one?
Yes, so far.
So far. Is that all for the file? Yes.
For KMC, yes.
Madam Chairperson, may we apply to tender the files identified by the witness from the year 2021 to the year 2023. There is only one file for 2021, and it is marked as KMC 1 of 2021. For the year 2022, is KMC 1 of the year 2022. That's the first one.
Sorry, Council. What we have admitted is 2018 and 2019.
Yes.
So I believe we are starting from 2020.
2020.
Yes. Not
As the
2020.
Commission places.
Yes.
We are grateful. Then we will start with 2020. That is KMC 1 of 2020 in bracket 1. Is that correct?
Yes.
And then the second file is KMC 1 of 2020 in bracket 2. The third is KMC 2 of 2020. The fourth is KMC 5 of 2020. Now, if we move to the year 2021, we were guided that there's only one file, which is KMC 1 of 2021. For the year 2022, the first file is KM 1 of 2022, KMC 2 of 2022, 3 of 2022 in bracket 2, 4 of 2022, 5 of 2022, 6 of 2022, 7 of 2022, 8 of 2022, 9 of 2022, 10 of 2022, 11 of 2022, 12 of 2022, 13, 14, and 15, all of 2022. And for the year 2023, we have 1 of 2023, 2 of 2023, and 3 of 2023 in bracket 1. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We apply to tender all of these files, Honorable Chairperson, in evidence as an exhibit. We urge this Honorable Commission to admit them in a bundle.
Yes, before I do so, may I ask Mr. Tamura, in 2020, we have KMC 1 of 20 in brackets 1, KMC 1 of 20 in brackets 2, and you have KMC 2 of 20, and then you went to 5. So I just want to confirm whether there is no 3 and 4.
Normally, the way we record, there should be 3 and 4.
Yes.
So that's why I'm a bit baffled.
Yes.
But I'll still refer you to the checklist we submitted initially. But we'll still also check in our records to see exactly what has happened.
Okay, I think also this it goes for the other documents we have admitted, because I did note that there are some numbers that were omitted. But in any case, we will check for all those ones that are omitted, whether, you understand, it's part of the checklist that accompanied the documents you submitted. If not, the secretary will communicate to you for you to provide same.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Chair.
The GPPA, the Gambia Public Procurement Authority procurement file for KMC are hereby admitted for the year 2020, 2021, and 2022 in a bundle as follows. LGC/GPPA/KMC/2020/2021/2022 /120 in brackets 1, 120 in brackets 2, 220, 520, 121, 122, 222, 322, 2 in brackets, 422, 522, 622, 722, 822, 922, 1022, 1122, 1222, 1322, 1422, 1522, and 123, 223, 323, 1 in brackets, respectively, admitted in a bundle.
As the Commission places. Thank you, Madam Chairperson. Honorable Registrar, can we have the witness guide us through the ones for, is it Birkama Area Council?
Yes, Birkama Area Council. We
Yes,
have,
please.
Birkama Area Council, 1 of 2020. That's the files for 2020.
There is what?
1 for 2020.
2021 for 2020.
Yes.
Yes? So it is BAC 1 2020.
Yes, 120. We normally say 120.
Yes?
BAC 220.
220.
Yes. BAC 320.
320.
BAC 420.
420.
BAC 620.
620.
Yes.
So there's no 5 yet?
Yes, yes. 5 is missing here.
Yes, yeah. Please proceed. Is that all?
Those were for 2020. We have 2021.
For 2021?
BAC 121.
121.
BAC 221.
221.
BAC 321,
321,
BAC 421,
421,
BAC 521,
521,
BAC 621.
621. Is that all for the year 2021?
For the year 2021, yes.
Are there any other files?
Yes, for 2022,
2022, please proceed.
BAC 122,
122,
BAC 222,
222,
BAC 322.
322.
That's all for the year 2022.
That's all. Honorable Chairperson, we applied to tender Brikama Area Council compliance files as identified by the witness for the years 2020, 2021, and 2022. For the year 2020, the files as identified and marked are BAC 120, 2, 3, 4, and 620. For the year 2021 is BAC 1.
Sorry, can I, for year 2020, you
Yes.
have how many?
We have 5, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5 is missing. So that, I believe, will also follow the same procedure of try to identify with the checklist.
So in essence, we have only 4 in 2020.
5, I believe. We have one of 20.
Yes, but what we have at hand is four files.
Let me run it back again. I see what I have on my records, and we can cross-check with the.
Yes.
So what I have, and please try to see whether it is accurate. BAC 120.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That is the first file. The second is BAC 220.
Yes, Council.
The third, BAC 320.
Yes, sir.
The fourth is Brikama Area Council 420.
Yes, sir.
And the fifth is Brikama Area Council 620.
Exactly.
So it appears as if we have 5 files from Brikama
So it's
for the
6.
year 2020.
Okay.
So the file that probably is missing is the 5th file of 2020.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yes. You can proceed.
And for the year 2021, we equally apply to tender BAC file 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of the year 2021. So there are 6 files for 2021. And for the year 2022, Honorable Commissioners, we have 3 files. And the first file is BAC 1 of 2022, 2 of 2022, and 3 of 2022. Is that correct, sir?
Exactly, Council.
Yes. We apply to tender all of these files in evidence as an exhibit, and we urge the Honorable Commissioners to admit them in a bundle.
The Gambia Public Procurement Authority files for Brikama Area Council are hereby admitted for the year ending 2020, 2021, and 2022 in a bundle. They are hereby marked as LGC/GPPA/2020/2021/1 of 20, 2 of 20, 3 of 20, 4 of 20, and 6 of 20, 1 of 21, 2 of 21, 3 of 21, 4 of 21, 5 of 21, 6 of 21, 1 of 22, 2 of 22, and 3 of 22 respectively.
as the commission places. Do we have any other set of files that you want to identify, sir?
Yes, Council, we have files for Mansa Konko Area Council.
Mansa Konko Area Council.
Yes. There are 3 files in total.
3 files for?
In total, I mean, first we have the Mansa Konko Area Council, 120.
1
of
of 2020.
Yes, that's 120.
Yes.
The second we have Mansa Konko Area Council, 121.
121.
Then we have Mansa Konko Area Council, 122.
122.
So 3 files in all, each year a file.
And that's all for Mansa Konko Area Council.
So far.
Honorable Commissioners, we apply to tender 3 files as identified by the witness from Mansa Konko Area Council. The first file is Mansa Konko Area Council 120. The second file is 121. And the third file is 122 in evidence as an exhibit. We urge this Honorable Commission to admit the files in a bundle.
The Gambia Public Procurement Authority files for Mansa Konko Area Council are hereby admitted in a bundle from the years ended 2020, 2021, and 2022 as follows. It is LGC/GPPA/MKAC/2020/2022/120, 121 and 122 respectively.
As the Commission places. I believe that is all, Honorable Register. Madam Chair, that is all for in relation to the files that we have to admit. Does the Commission have any question for the witness? Otherwise, we may proceed to ask questions in relation to other procurement compliance file.
Yes, I just want to find out whether is this all for the municipalities? Are these the only files you have for the listed municipalities?
We will cross-check with the checklist we receive from GPPA, and if there are other files, then we will admit them subsequently. I believe the witness will be here tomorrow as well.
Yes, because I believe that we've done 4 municipalities: Basse Area Council, Brikama Area Council, KMC, and Banjul. So it remains, yes, and Mansa Konko. Yeah.
Very well.
That is 5.
Then we will then cross-check with the Honorable Registrar and then have the other files dealt with by tomorrow.
All right. So can we deal with the report? Continue from BCC, because you dealt with the compliance review for 2019. So we can proceed to 2020.
As the Commission places.
Yes.
BCC, sir. Now, can you? I believe you have these copies in your laptop. Do you have them? Please, can you visit the compliance review report for the year 2020?
Yes, for BCC.
For BCC for the year 2020, can you tell us in summary, before we proceed, how was this this review conducted as well? Is it the same formula? Can you just advise us?
Yes, we use the same formula and the same variables to conduct our compliance review reports as explained yesterday and I think today. The same formula is used to conduct these reviews.
Please turn to page 5 of the report and tell us the names of those in attendance in the entry meeting.
Those that were present at the entrance meeting include the following: Mr. Mustafa Bachili, the CEO; Mr. Yusufa Jallo, Director of Administration; Mr. Isaha Sow, the Procurement Officer; Mr. Mamadou K. Jallo, that's GPPA officials; Lamin Sambu, GPPA; Mr. Babukar Seka, GPPA; and Ms. Awasuso, GPPA.
So for the record again, you have indicated to us yesterday that when you state or mention an accounting officer, in this sense you are referring to the administrative head.
Yes.
Which is the CEO, and in this case it's one Mustafa Bachili.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Correct, Council.
Now, you have conducted the review for 2019, and then in 2020 you have the review process being conducted again. What were the similar non-compliance issues that you had to deal with in 2020, or you found in 2020?
Generally, the situation in 2020 is a replica of the 2019 situation, with few exceptions. But as earlier explained, the issues of non-compliance, issues of thresholds, issues of supporting documents, basically these are common trends that were obvious in 2019 and repeated in 2020 as per the compliance review report.
In fact, in the year 2019, there was a very low performance rating that you gave BCC. I believe was it 40?
40%. Correct.
What was the percentage in this year, 2020?
The percentage should be.
You can turn to the last page. It should be there.
Yes.
Is it 30%?
In 2020, the percentage rating is 30%.
So that will be a significant decline.
Certainly, yes.
So usually when you conduct these reviews, do you send a copy to the institution that you have conducted a compliance review?
Yes, Council.
So what is the expectation when you highlight some of the anomalies or some of the non-compliance practices that they do? What is the expectation?
Generally, when a report is generated, first we send a draft to the Council to also send in their management response. Most of the time, a timeline is given. Within the timeline, they are expected to respond. And that's what happened exactly in this case. Thereafter, the report is finalized. Then a final copy is sent to the institution, and we retain the other copies. Then, in the event of sitting at the National Assembly, these things are also copied to the National Assembly, etc.
So when you give them a copy of this review or reports, you expect that there will definitely be improvement with respect to the non-compliance practices that have been detected in the previous year.
That's the expectation. Like
Yes.
if all these are conducted and weaknesses are identified, because these weaknesses are highlighted and recommendation made, we expect that institution will work on their weaknesses and improve.
But in fact, that was not the case for Banjul City Council, because in 2019, you rated them 40%.
Correct, Council.
There was an expectation probably that there should be an improvement on some of the key areas that you outlined that where they failed to comply with regulation or the law. But in 2020, they in fact seem to be worse. Will I be fair enough to say, in fact, it was worse than 2019?
Correct.
And the members, the individuals that attended to you in the entry meetings were substantially the same individuals that you had to deal with in the previous year, 2019.
Yes, the 2019 has more membership, but essentially the
same.
others were also part of the meeting.
Yes. When it comes to the functions of the accounting officer, in which case here Mr. Bacheli, the CEO, there were non-compliant practices that you have highlighted.
Yes, sir.
What are the areas of practice that you observed that were not being complied by Mr. Bacheli?
This would be a repeat of the initial one. That's the issue of formal appointment of the contracts committee.
Yes.
There was also the issue of lack of supporting documents, including receipts for certain payments and lack of delivery notes. We have issues of non-administration of GPPA requisite forms. We have issues of non-plans for their disposals. And finally, there was an issue of non-formal appointment of the head of the procurement unit.
You said they are substantially the same issues, even as in the previous year, wherein you have highlighted or you have noticed that the accounting officer does not ensure that the procurement officer properly documents procurement proceedings and manage records in accordance with the GPPA.
Perfect.
That he does not or did not appoint members of the inspection and acceptance committee. Exactly. The accounting officer did not ensure that the procuring organization establishes a specialized procurement unit, which in effect it encourages individuals outside the procurement unit to be conducting procurement activities. Is that correct?
Exactly.
So basically, these problems were being flagged. They were being you informed the individuals through the form of a report, but they still persist.
Exactly. So
there was no improvement. It was business as usual, even though these problems were being highlighted.
Initially, yes.
Now, can you can now turn to page 10. Who were the members of the contract committee for the year 2020?
As per our report, the members include the following: one, Mustafa Bacheli, the CEO; Yusufa Jallo, Director of Administration; Momodu Kamara, Director of Finance; Kadim Toure, Director of Planning; Abdullah Kaur, Audit Manager; Pa Buba Cham, the Councillor; and Isa Sow, the Procurement Officer.
So these are the individuals that constitute the contracts committee for the year 2020.
Exactly, as per the report here.
Yes. But then, again, there were a series of non-compliance in relation to their role as a contracts committee. One, that's on page 11.
Page 11, okay.
One of the issues are that the contracts committee did not ensure that the evaluation criteria are provided.
So,
that the contracts committee did not ensure that procurement plan and monthly reports are sent to the authority.
Right.
That they did not ensure that solicitation documents for the RFQ conducted are prepared and sent to the potential suppliers.
Yes.
Yes. So, can you please expand on these findings for the year 2020?
Yes. Here, let's start with the evaluation criteria. For example, if you conduct a procurement and there is no evaluation criteria, it means your award decisions were not based on requirements initially set.
Yes.
So there is no evaluation criteria. How do you evaluate the bids or the submissions? That's one. Secondly, if there is no a procurement officer, for example, who conducts the procurement outside the procurement unit, if there are no evaluation reports, how do you make comparisons? These are the strengths for this quotation, these are the weaknesses. That becomes a problem. The use of single source. we expect that it's very clear in the law that any use of single source must be sanctioned by the contracts committee, by extension the accounting officer. In this case, there were the adoption of single sources, but no evidence that it was approved at their level. And we could not see also minutes of contracts committee agreeing on a particular course of action. So generally, it tells or it shows that there were some compromises in the procedures and processes.
In fact, there were not only some compromises, but then very, very serious compromises of with respect to standards and procedure. Because according to page 11, your non-compliance findings, even though there is, that's why I had to make you read out that there is in fact a committee, there are members of the committee, but then you can hardly find minutes of contract committee meetings.
Right.
And even though they engage on numerous instances in relation to procurement of whether single source or request for quotation or so on and so forth, but then you can't even find in some instances approvals that they actually authored in some of these procurement activities that have been carried out.
Yes, because if minutes are not generated, there could be two possibilities. Either meetings were not held, or probably meetings were held but records not kept.
No, in fact, there's only one possibility. We like to say this, for us we deal with records. Exactly. So if there are no meetings, in my opinion, the commissioners can decide, but I am putting it to you. I want you to react to that. If there are no minutes of meetings, there is only one conclusion, which is that there was no meeting. So it's for the contracts committee to actually establish that there was a meeting indeed.
Indeed.
So it's not for us to speculate that probably there was a meeting, but they failed to take minutes. Because it's supposed to be a very formalization process. Is that not correct?
Yeah, justifiable, definitely.
Yes.
Proceed. Before you proceed, Council, I have noted, I just want to find out the review, the compliance review for the year ended 2020. I have noted at page 8 that at paragraphs 3.1.5, there is the indication for management response, and there is nothing in that box.
Yes.
And also in page 10, there is also a similar box which indicated that there should be some management response. Yes. I just want to find out what happened, because this is the original copy, and I believe that this is a final copy that was sent to the institution and to the other relevant stakeholders.
Yes. Exactly. As part of our compliance review plans, we have timelines. When the draft report was submitted to them, they were asked to respond within a reasonable period. The time was given. Mm-hmm. Failure to respond means you accept our finding, and therefore we cannot be held responsible. So that being the case, after the elapse of the period, the report was finalized, sent to them, and copies kept. Because you cannot keep our work indefinite. So.
Thank you so much. Council, can you proceed?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, so we were discussing that even though you have, they have a contracts committee, there are members that constitute the contracts committee, but they disregard, as far as the evidence is concerned, they disregarded all the requirements or the rules or regulations with respect to their mandate.
It question about the effectiveness of the contracts committee. If there's a contracts committee and they are not sitting, for example, they are not sitting and minutes are not generated, it question how effective the contracts committee is in the execution of their mandate. So
Very well.
Yeah.
Now, please turn to page 14.
Okay.
Yes. There is a table where you've drawn out the method or methods of procurement that was being used in numerous instances by Banjul City Council. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So when it comes to open international tender, there was none. Is that correct?
Right.
Open national tender, there was none.
Right.
Zero. Zero for two state tendering.
Right.
Request for proposal, zero.
Yes.
Restricted tendering, one.
Yes.
The total value of the transaction was 10,851,600. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, single sourcing, there were 347 transactions,
Yes.
and the value is $9,405,336.
Yes.
Request for quotation, 20 transactions.
Exactly.
The value is $845,954.
Exactly.
Now, please turn to the next page, where you made your.
Sorry, before you proceed. Mr. Tamura, can you please explain the percentage of transaction when it came on the restricted tendering? You said 0.3. What do you mean by that?
We percentage all what it is in numbers.
Okay.
So from the review, the sample review, they conducted only one tender, that's restricted tender, and that represents 0.3 as per the number of transactions.
So that same explanation goes for the 94.3% and the 5.4%.
Yes, for single source, as per the number of transactions, because the number of transactions for single source is about 347. That represents 94.3% as per the number of transactions.
So, so the total value of the transactions that were conducted in these three areas amounted to 21,152,890,000, right?
Exactly so.
All right, Council, you may proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Now, upon discussing that, we will now discuss your observations, which is captured on page 15. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
What were your observations?
Fundamentally, the fact that 90-something percent represent
94.3%?
represent single source,
Yes.
which is really substantial, and single source, we all understand, is a non-competitive method, and the list desired, we discussed that yesterday. But above all, some of the single source could have fell under the threshold, but we have a sample of single source, that's the following table, that were single source, but they fell outside the threshold for single source.
Yes.
In other words, they are single source that needed prior approval, but that was never sought from the authority. And that's the list.
In fact, what you are saying is, in Banjul City Council, they consistently preferred the single sourcing method,
yes,
which you've told us, and you've told the commissioners, that it is the least desired method of procurement. Is that correct?
yes,
Because number one, it does not encourage competitiveness,
yes,
which will minimize the value for money.
yes,
Probably be more open. The risk for fraud is in fact much more higher. Possibilities, yes. So now, that was a concern, and which you have, or more like an observation, which you have noticed and put on in your report.
yes,
But below that, you have a table showing the procurements conducted using single source without prior approval from the authority.
Exactly. That's the table I am talking about.
Yes. So before we go to the table, will I be correct to say that, in fact, your observation was more of a concern because of the fact that not only did they engage in 94%, an overwhelming percentage of procurement with respect to single sourcing, but in fact, most of those do not qualify for single sourcing.
Yes, because they are above the threshold for single source.
Yes.
And needed prior approval, but that was never
So
sought.
they are above the threshold for single source, and there is no evidence to back it up.
Above the threshold for single source. Of course, the evidence is it is above the threshold for single source.
Yes.
What they needed to do was to seek prior approval, which they never did, which constitute a violation.
That is my point. My point is, you told us at some point that even though as a single source may be above the threshold, which is $20,000, is that correct?
Yes.
But sometimes it may be approved just because of this emergency nature of it.
Fact.
But then there is no evidence of that with respect to these ones.
That's why they are highlighted.
Yes.
If the condition they use or their justification,
Yes.
if their justification was consistent
Yes.
with the provision of the Act, it wasn't going to be queried.
Thank you. Now let's look into the table as drawn by your office. Now we will go through one after the other. Now, in 2020, you have 5,200 face masks. Who was the supplier?
That's ABM Association.
And the amount?
156,000.
$160,000.
Yes.
And this did not follow, was way above the threshold for single sourcing.
source.
And it still did not follow the necessary requirements.
Exactly. So it means here they had the opportunity to even go in for request for quotation.
Yes.
Because it fell within the threshold for request for quotation. But they failed to do that and decided to single source the transaction.
Now, the hiring of bulldozers, the supplier is Amisisi.
Yes.
The amount is $150,000.
Yes.
In 2020 again, Jeng Sala Enterprise.
Rice and sugar.
Sala Enterprise, is it rice and sugar? Yes, rice and sugar.
Yes.
And the amount is $96,000.
Dollars, right.
Now, air tickets have been purchased from Cinderella Travels.
Yes.
$76,450.
Yes.
The supply of commodities
Yes.
from one Ibu Drame.
Yes.
Did it state which kind or what were these commodities that were purchased?
No, it's
Did you
not
find
specific, It's not specific here, but we can always confirm exactly what was it. Because sometimes we classify, we put them, we lump them together sometimes, especially if it is different items.
Now it was, the supplier was one Ibu Drame. The amount is $180,000.
Yes.
The security Kanks Yard. What is security Kanks Yard?
Normal, these are spaces where you put these security gadgets.
Yes. So Malik Mendy, the amount is $99,130. Is that correct?
Yes.
You have bags of rice in 2020
Yes.
from MK Store,
Stores, yes.
amounting to $60,000.
Yes.
Printing and supplier, Gainda Ture Enterprise,
Yes.
$57,500.
Yes.
Laptop i5,
Yes.
Mar Banta,
Yes.
$45,000.
Yes.
Windows Serve, is this Windows Server?
Yes, server.
Microtech Consulting,
Yes.
$96,000.
Exactly.
Fuel from gas oil. Is it jar oil or gas oil?
Here, according to the report, it's gas oil, but I think there's a supplier called gas oil.
Gas oil.
Yeah.
So gas oil
Yes.
amounted to $100,000.
Yes.
Foodstuff from MK stores, the amount is $135,750.
Yes.
Service of tractor, Dembas Trading, $103,150.
Yes.
80 pieces of water post
Yeah, should be packets again.
packet,
Yes.
80 packets
Yes.
of water post from Batimat, $82,000.
Yes.
You have 60, is it Kapeski?
Capacities, yes. I think these are IT equipments.
Yes. From Ike Chris,
Yes,
amounting to $105,000.
yes,
Laptops, HP laptop, MP trading,
yes,
$29,000. A4 size and clean materials, Better and Sons, $99,420.
yes.
Repairs of BCC ambulance, the supplier, Seydou Mane, $45,000.
Yes.
Face masks, ASM Association
Yeah.
is a supplier,
Yes,
and a tune of $156,000.
yes,
That's for face masks.
yes. So,
And if you turn to the next page, you have the last two, 20 cartons of A4 size
yes,
from Jidate Engineering, $36,000, and clearing, Mr. Masmba, the amount is $32,500. Yes, please proceed with what you wanted to say.
yes, if you check the first item,
Yes.
that's the face masks,
Yes,
ABM Association.
yes,
If you also go to the 25th of August,
Yes.
face mask is the same at ASM Association.
no, the first is AB and the second is ASM. Is that the same?
Okay. ASM, okay. This
You
one-
may, please proceed.
Okay. Anyway, I think if it is the same supplier, you will realize that this was the kind of a splitting
Yes,
because it is only 2 weeks interval when they wanted face masks. So, like buying today, knowing fully well what you need is, let's say 20, you decide to buy 10. After 1 week, you buy another 10, just to avoid the monetary threshold. So, sometimes this happens.
just to avoid
The monetary threshold.
monetary threshold.
Yes. Let's say if the let's say RFQ now is 500,000, for example. If you are supposed to buy something that costs 600,000, you may avoid to go in for RFQ or whatever by reducing the quantity, so that you buy this after 1 week or 2 weeks you buy. The
So
other.
you are saying one of the means of trying to avoid following the regulation as per the threshold of the amount involved is to do it in bits and pieces,
So yes, it's called.
so that
splitting.
you will not be following the actually laid down process.
Yeah, you'll avoid.
Yes.
You'll avoid the trap, sort of.
Now, you made some observations as well.
Yes.
Can you please run us through your observations, which are immediate the table?
Yeah. Like the table is a list of single source transactions.
Yes.
So the first observation indicates that all the justification given by BCC,
Yes.
we are not consistent with law.
Very well.
That was an observation. And also we had the construction of slaughterhouse, holding grounds and toilets at the
Yes.
Albert market, amounting to 2.4 million. So this was
Let me read that for you, and then you can discuss that for the better understanding for the commissioners. The second point is you wrote, in addition to the use of single source above the threshold, Council has conducted procurement, has also used RFQ, request for quotation, and single sourcing for certain procurements above the threshold without prior approval. Example, the procurement of construction of slaughterhouse, holding ground, and toilets at Albert Market, amounting to $2,499,870 butots. The procurement procedure was not in line with the provisions in the Act and the regulation. Hence, those procurement was splitted